Emma thought she was just buying a vintage doll for her daughter's birthday. The antique shop was dusty and cramped, filled with forgotten treasures from decades past. But when she saw the porcelain doll sitting alone on the highest shelf, something about it called to her. The doll was beautiful in an unsettling way. Pale skin, dark hair and ringlet curls, and the most striking feature, enormous, bulging eyes that seemed far too large for his delicate face. The eyes were so realistic, so human that Emma felt like they were watching her every movement. "That's Annabelle," said the elderly shop owner, noticing Emma's interest. "She's been here for 30 years. No one's ever wanted to buy her. Why not?" Emma asked, unable to look away from those mesmerizing eyes. The old man shrugged, but Emma caught something in his expression, relief, perhaps, that someone was finally taking the doll away. That night, Emma's 10-year-old daughter Lucy was thrilled with her gift. She named the doll Momo because of its strange appearance and immediately began playing with it, having tea parties and whispering secrets to its unblinking face. But within a week, things began to change. Lucy started talking to Momo constantly, carrying on full conversations as if the doll were responding. Emma initially dismissed it as normal childhood imagination until she heard her daughter's voice at 3 a.m., giggling and chatting animatedly in her room. "Lucy, honey, it's time to sleep," Emma called softly, pushing open the bedroom door. Lucy was sitting cross-legged on her bed, the doll positioned directly across from her. In the dim nightlight, Momo's bulging eyes seemed to gleam with an inner light. "Momo was telling me about the other children," Lucy said matter-of-factly. "The ones who used to play with her before." A chill ran down Emma's spine. "What other children? She shows me pictures on my tablet sometimes." "When you're asleep," Lucy held up her iPad, the screen dark. "She knows how to use the internet." Emma's blood went cold. She had strict parental controls on all devices. There was no way Lucy could access anything without permission. The next morning, Emma checked Lucy's browsing history. What she found made her stomach lurch. Dozens of searches had been made between 2 and 4 a.m. Children who disappeared, missing kids with dolls, how to contact dead friends, but Lucy had been asleep. Emma was certain of it. That evening, Emma decided to watch Lucy's room through the baby monitor they still kept from when Lucy was small. At exactly 2:47 a.m., she watched in horror as the tablet screen illuminated on its own. Lucy sat up in bed, completely awake, and began talking to the doll. "Yes, Momo," Lucy whispered, her voice strange and distant. "I understand. You want me to bring them here." On the tablet screen, Emma could make out images flashing rapidly. Photographs of children, old newspaper clippings, and something that made her heart stop. Pictures of Lucy herself, taken from angles that should have been impossible. Emma burst into the room, but Lucy didn't even look up. She was staring directly at the doll, whose glassy eyes now reflected the tablet's glow in a way that looked almost alive. "Lucy, step away from the doll. Now," she says. "You can't stop what's already started." "Mommy," Lucy's voice was eerily calm. "She says the other children are coming to play. They've been waiting so long." Emma grabbed the doll, and the moment her fingers touched its porcelain skin, images flooded her mind. Children from different decades, all playing with the same doll, all eventually disappearing without a trace. She saw them in fragments. A girl from the 1950s, a boy from the 1980s, another child from just 5 years ago. They were all still there, somehow trapped within the doll, their voices echoing through digital networks, reaching out through screens and devices to find new friends to join them. The tablet screen flickered, and suddenly, Emma could see them, translucent figures of children standing around Lucy's bed, their eyes as large and unblinking as the doll's, all of them reaching toward her daughter with ghostly hands. "Come play with us," they whispered in unison, their voices crackling through the tablet speakers. "Come play with Momo forever." Emma snatched Lucy and ran from the room, but behind them, she could hear the doll's porcelain head turning with a grinding sound, and the whispered chorus of digital voices calling out, "You can't run from the internet, Emma. We're in every screen, every device." And Lucy has already accepted our friend request. Emma's phone buzzed in her pocket. A notification from an unknown number. "Momo wants to play." Game starting in 3, 2, 1. Every screen in the house flickered to life simultaneously, each one displaying the same image, the doll's bulging eyes, now very much alive, staring directly at them through the digital void. The last thing Emma remembered was Lucy's small hand slipping from her grasp as her daughter walked back toward the room, drawn by voices only she could hear, the voices of children who had been waiting decades for a new friend to join their eternal game. The next morning, neighbors found Emma's house empty. The only sign of what had happened was Lucy's tablet, still glowing on her bed next to the antique doll, its screen displaying a single message. "Thank you for playing. Game saved. Press start to find your next friend." The doll was gone from the antique shop the next week. The elderly owner claimed he had no memory of selling it, but customers began reporting strange notifications on their phones. Whenever they walked past where it used to sit, friend requests from an account called Momo with no profile picture except for two enormous, unblinking eyes.